Everyone, some people don't quite understand how this kit works for the LED door locks for the Ford Ranger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick little YouTube video here for you. You can see what you get, how it all works. What I've got laid out in front of you here is one half of the kit. This will do one door. The full kit, when you buy it, will have twice what you see. So two full sets here. You'll have two LEDs, two coils of wire, and two switches, as well as two of these little LED holders that slip right over the end there. That'll fit perfectly in your door lock bezel. The kit's actually pretty simple. What you see here is you've got quite a few wires. This is actually a larger coil of wire than what it should be. I didn't measure quite accurately. It's about twice as much, so it'll be shortened out before I send it to the customer. And you've got one black wire here. Your black wire may not be black and it may not be this big. This is overkill. It just is what I had at the time. Um, your, this is your ground essentially, and it hooks up to the bottom one or to the one connector on the bottom. And if you look at the one side of it, it actually shows that it's marked with a C, which is common. So it's common between these two. So that's your ground wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 12-volt battery, which I had from Motorcycle Accessory I bought a little while ago. Just going to use it for testing purposes here. I'm just going to hook it up to the ground. Like I said several times before, when it comes to you, it'll be pre-wired, so that green will be for unlock and red will be for lock. You can switch this very easily. I'll just hook up the positive to the bare wire. Now, when you get yours, it'll be bare as well, but it won't be stripped like this one is. The reason being is you'll be getting a connector that you can put in. It'll cut through the insulation, and it'll cut through the insulation of your power wire as well. And the two of them together will join and give you power down this wire. But for the purpose of this, I'll hook this up. As you can see, the green LED is flashing on and off because I'm making a horrible connection. So right now, the switch is in the unlock position. With that little knob that sticks out, the pin that sticks out of the top of the door, this switch is basically going to replace that. It goes underneath where that actuator is. So when the pin's up, it's green. When you push the pin down, it switches to red, as you can see there. I believe the color shows on here, the green and red. Now this wire here, which has a connector on it, if you wanted to switch from green being unlocked to blue, this is the blue wire. Like I said before, all these wires will be labeled for you, or it'll have a color-coded something or other on it. I'll probably just take a dab of paint and paint this wire here red, and this wire here blue, and this wire here green. So that way you know what's what. As well as easy ways, if you look on the same side here with the legend on the side of the switch, you got the C for common. You've got the bottom one here says NC. That means normally closed. Your switch. So the circuit between this wire here and this wire here is normally a closed loop. So there's always flow between there. The top one here is NO, normally open. So right now it's an open circuit. There's no power going to this top wire, which is the red wire. So once I push this down, it switches it. Now the bottom one is an open circuit and the top one is a closed circuit. That probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you guys. It doesn't really make a difference in the whole working. Just basically remember that switch up, it's the bottom one. Switch down, it's the top one. Oh, I'm sorry. Normally open on the bottom, normally closed on the top. So switch up, it's the top. Switch down, it's the bottom one. Or the middle one, sorry. The bottom one here is your common. It's your ground. So if I wanted to switch this green one, the green light that's on right now, if I wanted to make it blue, so right now it's in the normally closed position as it's unlocked. I pull off this top one. It's taking a little bit of effort here. Pull off this top one, and I connect the one that will be labeled blue. Hook it on. So now it's blue when it's unlocked. That's red when it's locked. I'm not sure if you can see it here. Blue and red. Same thing if you wanted to have it just turned off and have nothing on while it's unlocked, and you want it to be blue while or sorry, nothing when it's locked, so that way it doesn't alert anybody that there's something fancy in the car. I know some people like to hide their subs and take their faceplates off and don't want to draw attention to their vehicle. Well, this will draw attention to your vehicle, of course. You want it to be blue when it's unlocked and red when it's, or and no color when it's locked. Just pull off this bottom one here and leave it as an open circuit, nothing on there. So right now it's blue because it's showing unlocked, but as soon as you push this switch down, it turns the light right off. And same thing if you wanted to have nothing showing when it's unlocked, take this top one off and you have something on the bottom, so you can either have green or blue or red when it's locked. It's pretty simple. So right now I'll hook that up and I'll show you. So now I've got the red one hooked back up to the bottom here. I pull this top one off. There you go. So unlocked, there's no light on. As soon as it locks, oh, disconnected my battery by accident. So it's nothing on when it's unlocked, and it's red when it's locked. Now the reason you may want to do this is it is fairly bright, especially the blue, depending on what you're wearing and how you drive. I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'2", so my seat's all the way back and it's fairly well reclined. This is kind of in the corner of my eye when I'm driving, and I drive to work about 5 o'clock in the morning. It is dark. So this may become a little bit bothersome to some people. I don't mind it too much, to be honest with you. What you can do is you can take a little bit of nail polish or something if you've got a sister or a mother, or if you're a female yourself, and just paint on one side with black nail polish, and it'll cover up, because it only projects at the end. It doesn't project sideways. They're about a 30-degree viewing angle. As well with this bezel on the end here, it does block off quite a bit. So I just try it, install it, see what you think. If it is too bright on your eyes when you're driving at night, just take a little dab with nail polish or black paint and paint on the one side, so that way it still projects up against the window. One nice thing is when your windows are dirty, it looks really cool because it lights up the whole window as whatever color the light's showing. The blue is a lot brighter than the red and the green. The green's is a little bit brighter than the red, but not by a whole lot. The blue is significantly brighter. But if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. You can contact me on rangerforums.com. My name is _weasel